Welcome to Ed White High School here in Jacksonville, Florida, as we get ready for this Thursday night basketball matchup between the Ed White Commanders and the Creekside Knights. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. I'm Noah Schlicksup, bringing you the action here live on Schlick Sports. The Knights come into this game 2-2, two tough losses to two tough teams in Bulls and Orange Park. And then now they're coming off of a win over Wolfson, in which they took that one 70-47 over the Wolfpack. Now, Ed White, they started off very tough, 0-3 start to the season. However, winning 2 out of their last 3 contests, they're looking to continue that tonight, coming off of a big win over a tough, or at least competitive Mandarin team starting out the season. They won that one here 68-65. Their game before that, a loss at Orange Park, 62-43. Then they won at San Jose Prep. Another close game there in which they only won 74-72. Offensively, they've been a good team, averaging 58 per game. However, their struggles have come on the defensive end of the ball, as defensively opponents average 71 points against them. And that just can't continue, especially against a strong offensive team tonight in the Creekside Knights. They got a pretty powerful attack, especially for a young team in terms of age. If you look over there, you got Hampton Riedel, the Knights' leading scorer last year, averaging 12 per game, has struggled to find his stroke a little bit early on this season. However, he got on a pretty nice roll towards the end of last game. We'll see if they can continue that into tonight. Caleb Mcabee, the sophomore, 12.3 points per game he's averaging this season. As a freshman, got playing time towards the end of last year, really came out and was a key part of their team. He's a great player, really nice stroke, fine ball player all around, but the guy I feel is going to complete this team this year is not Jack O'Brien, who's been fantastic, the senior transferring in from New York this offseason, averaging 14 a game. No, I feel like the guy who's going to complete this roster, this starting lineup, is going to be Alex Collier. As you take a look at the sophomore, stands at 6'5", tallest guy on the roster. And man, he can play. Just his issue is he's fouled out of multiple games this season. Fouls have kept him out of multiple contests for an extended period of time. However, last game he showed what he can do, as even though he had a couple fouls early on, got to play the second half, dropped 9 in it. So it's just a matter if he can stay in the game, he can make a big impact, especially down low in the rebounding game, as the Knights have struggled a little bit on the boards. We'll be back here with more pregame and tip-off coming up here at Edward White High School. 6 minutes and 40 seconds away from the starting lineups and national anthem here on Schlick Sports. Welcome back to Ed White High School as we get ready for tonight's high school basketball matchup between the Creekside Knights and the Ed White Commanders as we previewed Creekside a little bit before the break. Let's take a look at Ed White as the Commanders come into this game 2-5. They've won 2 out of their last 3 after starting 0-3 on the season, and they're coming off of a win against a competitive Mandarin team. Kenneth Young, he's their main guy, top scorer, averaging 13.5 per game. Kalen Jerkins has made an impact, averaging 10, and freshman Karan Johnson stands at 6'6", averaging 9.8 a game. They're a pretty consistent shooting team, according to the stats, and they could make a run at Creekside tonight. What they have to do, though, they have to play much better defense than they have as opponents have averaged 71 points a game against them. They have not been consistent on the defensive end. Offensively, though, they've been fantastic. 58 per game. Like I said, pretty consistent shooting team. They got height. They're athletic. They're a good, solidly built team. They just got to put it all together on the defensive end. They lost to Ribble. They put up 70 points. However, Ribble, they countered that with 97. Can't allow that tonight against a solid offensive team in Creekside. They're going to have to tighten up defensively, make sure they can't put up a 90 on them, or they're not going to stand a chance. Now, I'm going to go down. I'm doing a little PA tonight, so I'm going to send you down to the court. We're going to have the starting lineups and national anthem. Then Creekside versus Ed White coming up right after that. Well, starting lineups, national anthem, and pregame off the checklist. I think it's time to play some basketball. Some fun introductions there as the teams head out to the court. And we get ready for some action here on Schlick Sports. Starting lineup for both teams. Creekside going with their regular starting five. Alex Collier, Jack O'Brien, Caleb Mcabee, and Jonathan Gupton out there along with Hampton Riedel. As for Ed White, out there they got Jerron Goodwin, Caden Torrey, Trayvon Torsten, Kieran Jackson, as well as Kenneth Young. And the tip goes to the Knights. We're underway. It's Jonathan Gupton. Gets it over to Jack O'Brien as the senior. Gets it back over to Gupton. Caleb Mcabee. Over to Riedel. Gupton feeds to the sophomore Alex Collier. He goes up with it, and he sinks the shot. Collier with the first bucket of the night. The Knights quickly lead 2-0. Jackson has it. 6'6" freshman passes the ball over to Torrey. Torsten has it. Passes back over to Torrey. Now down low. Goodwin going to be fouled. I believe it's going to be called on Jack O'Brien, so a baseline inbound, I believe, is on the way. Torrey ready for the inbound. A freshman guard gets it in. Pretty young starting lineup for them as there's a freshman making his presence felt early, Kieran Jackson. Three early points. Sorry, I haven't worked the camera as well in a while. As Caleb Mcabee has it in the corner, the sophomore. Into the corner, Jack O'Brien fires a three off the rim and out. Rebound goes to Jonathan Gupton and the Knights. He goes up with the putback and is going to be fouled on the shot. Torrey called for the foul. Gupton at the line for Creekside. His first shot up, it's good. He's also been pretty good from the line overall this season, shooting 67%. That's his second shot off the front of the rim, and the rebound tipped in the airs between Jackson and Collier. They're going to say it is last touch. By Jackson. So Creekside ball. Riedel over to Gupton. Now Hampton Riedel driving in. Good move. The floater not quite as nice as the move to get in. However, Jonathan Gupton steals the rebound away from Ed White. Jack O'Brien feeds to Gupton. Now Caleb Mcabee feeds to O'Brien in the corner. And a nice job getting in the way of that pass, tipping it out of bounds, so the Knights will reset. As Gupton gets into position. Looking for someone. He gets it into Caleb Mcabee. Riedel over to Mcabee. 2-0 early on. 6:03. 3-3. Way off on the score. 5:58 to play in the first quarter as Hampton Riedel shoots the three. Little off. And rebound going to Ed White. Now in transition. Good pass. Might have let him a little too much though. Headed back with Creekside as they've definitely controlled that time of possession so far. As Mcabee fires the three. Good from deep. Mcabee's about as consistent of a shooter as they come. The sophomore steals one away. Now headed into Ed White territory. He kicks it over to the senior Jonathan Gupton. Gupton outside Riedel. The junior passes over to Jack O'Brien as he drives in. Down low, too much on the shot. Loose ball. Creekside ball. Mcabee fires the three in and out. On the rebound, Jack O'Brien went up for it. He tipped it out of bounds. And it's Ed White ball. Goodwin, senior, one of only two in the Commanders starting with 5. Gets it in. Now he has it. Driving in. Oh! Good move. Even better block by Alex Collier. There's Jonathan Gupton. Pull-up jumper. No good. Torchin. Now down low. There's the guy you're going to see a lot tonight. Kenneth Young as his first attempt. No good. His putback shot, however, was. And it's 6-5. Creekside still with the lead over Ed White early. Hampton Riedel. He's to O'Brien now in the corner. Who is it? It's Caleb Mcabee. As a sophomore taking over this game early on. 6 of the night's 9 points already. He's on the other end. Torchin put up a shot. Wasn't quite as lucky as Mcabee was. He has the ball again. And he's going to feed over to Hampton Riedel. Now Mcabee again from the corner. No good. Rebound. Not grabbed by anybody. However, last touch before headed out of bounds by Kieran Jackson and the Commanders. So Jonathan Gupton going to check out. Jalen Boyer on his way in. Boyer for the Knights averaging 9.7 per game. Is a junior. Off to a good start this season. Only stands at 5'11", Boyer, but plays like he's 6'5", I like to say. He's going to be able to jump up, get higher than most of the players out there on the court. Sorry about that camera work. Kenneth Young. Passing the ball over to Torrey. Young working on Mcabee, number 3. Going to pass over to Jackson. Jackson dribbling in from the wing. Pass to the corner where the 3 is fired, and it is good. Nice shot from Jalen Jerkins. Boyer passed over to Hampton Riedel. Now Mcabee finds himself with the ball again. He finds Boyer. Boyer back out to Riedel. He's going to settle things down. Push it back down to Jack O'Brien. Now Collier over to Boyer. He fires the 3. Bingo! Jalen Boyer with the tray, and the Knights now lead 12-8 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. That one tipped away. Almost got on Ed White. Call favors them. As Collier on his way out. Dylan Lee in as Hampton Riedel. Just forget about the substitution. He steals the ball away and increases the Knights' early lead to 6. 14-8. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. First bucket of the night for Riedel. It's Torchin. Passes over to Torrey. Torrey fires the 3. No good off the front of the rim. Now Boyer has it. In transition, finds Lee in the corner. His three, in and out. However, rebound going to be with Ed White. Jackson has it. Feeds down low. There's Young. Give him 4 points and make it a 14-10 game. Creekside leads with a minute and a half to play in the first quarter as Dylan Lee fires the corner three. He got it! Dylan Lee with his first bucket of the night. And now Jack O'Brien steals it away. And goes up with the layup. It's no good. Physical play at the basket results in a foul. He's headed to the line. So the Knights lead 17-10 early on. We're a little over 6 minutes. Well, exactly 6 minutes, 50 seconds into this game. Minute 10 to play in the first quarter as Thomas Stevenson, Jonathan Gupton on their way in for Hampton Riedel and Caleb Mcabee. Kieran Jackson checking out for Ed White. Zion Kemp, 6'6" sophomore in. So Bryan, after missing the first free throw, in and out on the second. Boyer's there for the rebound, but his shot blocked by Kemp. O'Brien going to be called now for his second foul afterwards. Alex Collier going to check in for him. Good atmosphere here. Older gym, but gotta love the cheerleaders and their chants over in the student section. Their Commanders trail 17-10 with less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Kenneth Young on the wing, pass to the top of the key where Jalen Jerkins is there. He'll drive into the low post, and his shot just no good. Tough luck on the bounce at the rim. It's Boyer over to Stevenson. He's nearly automatic from deep. Oh, I jinxed the shot there. I did no good. So on the other end, from way downtown, Kenneth Young says no problemo. (17-13), Creekside leads. 4-point advantage early on. 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Now down to 3. Gupton at the top of the key. Gonna travel with it with 2.1 to go. So a chance for a buzzer beater in the first quarter. With some real momentum that Ed White has struggled to find so far as Young is actually pretty close on that attempt. However, just off on the half-court shot, and that will take us into the second quarter. We'll be back right after this. Creekside leads 17-13 here on Schlick Sports. Welcome back to Ed White High School. As we get ready for the second quarter of play, it is 17-13. Creekside leading the Commanders early on. Our Ed White starting with the ball. Here in the second quarter, it's Torchin, the freshman, working with it. Nice pass over to Jerkins. His shot wasn't good. Nice job, though, by Zion Kemp, I believe, on the putback. And it's 17-15, so the Knights only lead by 2. Hampton Riedel on the left wing. At the top of the key, he loses the ball. Ed White has it. They only trail by 2. Chance to tie this up for the first time since it was a 3-3 game pretty early on. As the shot's up, no foul. It's a charging foul on, Jalen Jerkins. Gupton checks back in for the Knights. 17-15, Creekside leads. 6:59 mark in the second quarter. So, a bit of a full court press being put on, not too aggressive. Jonathan Gupton quickly breaks it. He'll drive into the lane. Now Hampton Riedel has it. That's over to Caleb Mcabee driving in on the baseline. He's barely able to get back outside. There's now Jonathan Gupton going to drive in. He's in control of the ball. Last touch by Ed White. It's staying with Creekside. 17-15. Creekside leads as Caleb Mcabee throws up a floater. It's good. 8 points for the sophomore so far. Make it 19-15 Creekside. A good drive there from Torre. He kicks it back out to Arlen. And now in the corner, there's Torre driving up the baseline. Loose ball. Young comes down with it. And down low. Nice shot from Bernadley Arlen. 19-17 Creekside. And a whistle before the shot. Foul going to be called. Dylan Lee on his way out. Boyer in. Foul called on Ed White. Arline. Can't say I'm the greatest at pronunciation, so I apologize if I'm completely botching that. Alex Collier didn't botch that shot. 21-17. Kenneth Young working with it. Driving into the paint. Kicks it to the corner where Zion Kemp sends it right back where it came from. Garmin now outside the 3. Rolls in, rolls out, and rolls right back in for Caden Torre. Jonathan Gupton over to Mcabee. Mcabee down to Collier. Outside Hampton Riedel fires the 3. He got it! What you can do, I can do better. Hampton Riedel gets back to a 4-point game, 24-20. Oh, how about that? Torre immediately responds, and now Gupton in transition. 24-23, Knights lead. Boyer driving in. He's headed to the line to shoot 2. And that last 3 from Torre way downtown. He was right next to out of bounds. Right on the R of the Commanders. NBA distance 3, I think. He drained it. A little shot that looked perfect coming out of the hand. And it's now a 1-point game. Boyer had his struggles at the line, 0 of 3 heading into tonight's matchup. He sinks 1 of 2 on that trip. 25-23 Creekside. We got a close one here on Schlick Sports. That's Ed White working with the ball. Driving in with it. And Torres' pass can be stolen away. However, stolen right back. And oh, man! Garmin put up what looked to be a good shot. It's inside the hoop. Then it came out. And on the other end, Jalen Boyer converts on the floater. And just like that, it's a 2-possession game. 27-23. And a whistle. I think that one called on Caleb Mcabee. Ed White. Take it on the inbound. And I got a towel. I got to clean up them down low. Twenty-seven, 23, 4 minutes remain in the first half of play. Creekside leads. Trayvon Torsten. I got to thank Thomas Miller for the score comment in the chat. Can't say the score too much as a broadcaster, especially on the broadcast with no scoreboard at the bottom. Kenneth Young no good from three-point land. As the Knights have the ball on the other end. Jalen Boyer over to Alex Collier, who kicks it to Mcabee. Mcabee hit on the shot. You'd expect nothing less from him. Front court right, over to front court left. There's Jackson. Kicks over to the right wing. And now the three from Jackson. And he's 6'6", but he's got some range. Freshman off that time. So 29-23 Creekside. As Riedel's pass nearly got stolen away. And last touch by the Knights, so guess you could say it was. Trayvon Torsten, 6'2" freshman. Man, they got some height on this team. It's over to the Kenneth Young, senior. As the guard down to another freshman, and Kieran Jackson. Good on the hook shot down low. And now Jack O'Brien has it. He's going to lose the ball. And it's Ed White ball. So 2:20 to play in the first half. We got a 29-25 game. Creekside leads. Sports shit. Killing a little clock here, down to 2 minutes. Nice in the 3-2 zone. It's been working quite effectively lately, and there it is again, causing another turnover. It's Boyer to lead. Lead back to Jalen Boyer. Now Riedel, one more pass to Mcabee. Good from the corner. Another three from Caleb Mcabee. Third tray of the night. Coach Driscoll at UNF. The call UNF the Birds of Trey. They're located here in Jacksonville. Coach Driscoll, a pretty good three-point shooter over here for you. Sophomore Caleb Mcabee, 13 points in the first half for him. 3 of those coming off of three-pointers. Hampton Riedel at the line, 32-25. Takes the first free throw. As Riedel, no good on the free throw, however it bounces right back to him. Since you call a good bounce. The one on his shot wasn't quite as nice as it bounces off the rim, rolls in, then back out. As he drives in, his shot no good. Collier's is. 35-25, so now a 10-point Creekside lead. Oh, my tripod lost its position. There we go. And for the first time tonight, Caden Torrey, no good from deep. He's been automatic from beyond the arc so far. Not quite as fortunate there. It's 37 seconds to play in the first half. Creekside leads 35-25 over Ed White. There's the inbound. And now a deep three. Too much on it. Good rebound. The putback. No good from Isaiah Teal. Now a whistle. An inbound coming from the baseline. I think they called that one on Jonathan Gupton. Is Jack O'Brien going to check into the game? He's on his way in for Gupton. Second quarter of play. 25 seconds to go. Creekside leading on the road by 10, 35-25. And no good on the first attempt from the 1-and-1. And the three, no better from Kieran Jackson. So now a whistle in transition. 23.2 is when it stops. $19.7 is where they're going to put the clock. Might not have started right away. Coming off the free throw shot is got to clean up a little sweat down low. As Riedel gets it in. Caleb Mcabee there for it. 15 seconds to play in the first half. Knights lead by 10. Looking to add another bucket before the halftime break. However, like they're not going to be able to do that as the pass goes out of bounds. Reflects off of a ref. There's Alex Collier, Jonathan Gupton in. 9 seconds to play. 8.9 to be exact in the first half. 35-25 the score. They're going to roll the ball in now. Time running as the pass into the corner. 3 seconds to play. Coming on the baseline. Buzzer beater shot. No good. That will take us into the halftime break. Creekside leads on the road. 35-25 the score here at Ed White High School. We'll be back for the second half of action after the break. Hello, welcome back to Ed White High School. The team's making their way back out onto the court for the second half. I'm Noah Schlicksup, bringing you tonight's action here on Schlick Sports. As we got a pretty good matchup for you. Creekside currently leads 35-25 as we get ready for the second half of play. Let's recap the first half a little bit before we get into this second half of action. And starting with the Knights, Caleb Mcabee has been on point so far for Creekside. 3 of 5 from deep, 13 total points in the first half. He's been fantastic. The sophomore came in averaging a little over 12 points per game. So this first half of play, he's already beat that mark. He's looking really good in tonight's game. We'll see if he can keep that up here in the second half. A little surprise for them, though. Jack O'Brien, he struggled a little bit with fouls down low in this game and came in averaging 14 a game. He had a 14-point game last week, 16, and then 21 the previous game against Orange Park. Tonight, he's scoreless for the Knights and hasn't made much of an impact for him. We'll see if they can get him going here in the second half of play. Other guys making a nice impact for them tonight. Hampton Riedel, he's got 6 points for them as he's been kind of finding his stroke from deep, but he hasn't been very consistent, but, he's getting there. And after a slow start to the season, it was nice to see that three-pointer fall pretty early on. Jalen Boyer having another nice game for the Knights, 5 points for him. Alex Collier, 6 points for the sophomore tonight, coming off of a nice game in his last one. Oh, man, why was I blanking on Wolfson there? He's off to a nice start tonight, 6 points so far in tonight's contest. As for Ed White, they trail by 10, got to pick it up offensively and defensively. Creekside on pace to hit 70 points in this one. They got to tighten up a little bit, not allow as many points. We were talking about that in pregame. They've really got to find a way to stop the Knights' offense. They're off to a pretty good start, but kind of unraveled there towards the end. Caden Torre has been pretty good from deep in this one. 2 of 3 hit some deep threes in that first half, and they were big ones too. Got some momentum going in their direction. Kenneth Young came in the Knights game averaging 13 per game. He's got 7 in this first half. He's been their most consistent player throughout the season. That's continued here tonight. Send you back down to the court now as I'm going to flip this camera as we are just about ready to start this second half of action on Schlick Sports. Teams in the huddle. There's Creekside. There's Ed White. Clock hits 0. Time to play some second half basketball. Knights lead 35-25 here on Schlick Sports. Teams head out to the court, ready for the second half of action. Hampton Riedel going to take it from half-court mark. Gets it into Caleb Mcabee coming off of a 13-point first half. See if he continues this in the second. Boyer had 13 in their last game in the first half. However, wasn't able to continue that success. Held scoreless in the second. And there's Jack O'Brien. First bucket of the night for the senior. And it's 37-25 Creekside. Now a 3. Hello! Caden Torre. Mentioned his couple deep threes in the first. No different there. Now a 9-point game. Creekside leads 37-28. Hampton Riedel has the ball. And now a whistle traveling violation going to be called on Jack O'Brien. So some quick action to start the third quarter. 7 minutes, 10 seconds. What remains? We're just getting started in the second half. He's in the corner with a good wing. Gets his pass stolen away. He was looking for Kenneth Young. And now Jonathan Gupton takes it all the way to the hoop. Nice job by the senior there. Didn't score much last year in the first couple of games. However, lately he's been making more of an impact on the offensive end, not showing he's not just a defensive player. He is the Knights' best defender. Normally put him on the opponent's best player as man. Have I mentioned he's 6'6" and a freshman? Here in Jackson. An impressive game tonight. As now Mcabee little off on that three-point attempt. And it's headed back with Ed White. Now Jackson again from deep. No good. Nice ball. Quick, fast-paced action starting off this second half of play. Jonathan Gupton will bring the ball up for the Knights. He passes over to Jack O'Brien, finds Caleb Mcabee. Mcabee over to Collier. He's rolling out of bounds. Nice save going behind the back. Takes a pass. His shot no good. He was fading away. Almost had it. It's on the other end. Kenneth Young. Nice job converting down low. It's 39-33. Creekside leads. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the third. Jack O'Brien has it now. He drives in. Rejected by Jackson. And now Jackson turns it over. Gupton drives in. Behind the back pass. There's a nice ditch. Shot's not going to count, though. The blocking foul going to be called before the shot. It's now Riedel. Fires the three. It's good. Hampton Riedel. That shot to full. 9 points in tonight's contest. Looking much better in those shots beyond the arc. As a three, no good. 42-33, Creekside leads by 9 as Torsten out to Young. He fires the three. No good. Now Knights in transition. Gupton steps out of bounds trying to save it. Now into the game. As Shurikens passing and to Jackson, the three. In and out. Sorry, looked like he had it. Ball was just playing tricks on us. Jonathan Gupton gets his pass tipped. Loose ball. He dives for it. Has it. Whistle. Timeout called by Creekside. They lead 42-33 over Ed White. 3 minutes, 54 seconds remain in the third quarter of play here on Schlick Sports. Promise I'm being careful with this tripod, Mom. We're back. Still third quarter of play as Jack O'Brien goes up with a shot. Held scoreless in the first half. He's now got 6 in the third quarter. (44-33) Creekside leads. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Now to play in the third. Driving in, Jackson. Going to be fouled on the shot. He's headed to the line. So Jackson headed to the line. He shot 43% from the foul stripe this year. Sinks that first one. Second shot up. That one no good. Have a rebound going to the Commanders as O'Brien fell. Then he fouled, so coming on the baseline. Nice break for Ed White, 44-34. 3:18 to play in the third. Get a nice little shot of the scoreboard right about there. Don't have digital graphics, you have a finger. Oh, what a play, Torsten! Was headed out of bounds, jumped for the ball, and in the air threw it off the Boyer. And it stays with Ed White. And now from the corner, the three, it's good! Jalen Jerkins with his second tray of the night. Creekside ball, but first they're going to take a timeout. They lead by 7. It is 44-37. 2:53 to play. Creekside leads here on Schlick Sports. Welcome back to Ed White High. Jalen Boyer. He's into Hampton Riedel. The play has resumed. The Knights lead 44-37. Jack O'Brien driving in with it. Good move, almost able to finish it off. Last touch by the Commanders. They'll take it in from the baseline, 2:35. Playing the third as Caleb Mcabee wide open in the corner. Bingo! Swishes the three. Love listening to Stacey King growing up. She'd say, right now, give me some hot sauce. Caleb Mcabee with 16 points tonight. Jalen Jerkins passing it, and it's Jackson who has it now at the top of the key. Down low, headed back into the corner. Zion Kemp gonna drive in with it. His shot no good. Good rebound, however, from Torsten, but Collier blocks his shot. Now Jalen Boyer going up with it. He got it. Seven points for him tonight. The blocking foul going to be called on Hampton Riedel. 49-37. Creekside leads. Kieran Jackson back at the line. One of two from free throw line tonight. In and out. That first shot. As Riedel checks out. Dylan Lee into the game. And whistle. And now Jackson still still waiting for a second free throw attempt. Minute 49 to play in the third. He's now got 10 points with that free throw. 11-point game. 49-38. It's Jack O'Brien to lead from the corner again. Mcabee, he got it! Caleb Mcabee again, his fifth straight of the night. And now stolen away. Lee, no, stolen right back by Jackson. In the corner, three. No good. Loose ball. Jack O'Brien finally gets it over to Boyer. He trips. Chaos. And Boyer somehow finds a way to get it to go. Minute 8 to play in the third. Knights lead 54-38. It's Jackson. Started by Collier. He's driving in with it. Fouled. Headed to the line again. Jackson. Been quite busy at the line tonight. Third trip. To the foul stripe tonight. As Jackson sinks his first free throw attempt. And he sinks the second as well. So now the Knights moving it quickly. Boyer has it, loses the ball, and it was tipped out. Lead by Jackson. Stay with Creekside. Jack O'Brien driving in with it. Oh, he went up for the dunk. No pressure kept him from slamming it down. Might not have had enough height either, but either way, it's 56-40 as it went in. And now Boyer with the rebound. 30 seconds to go in the third. Ball tip. Collier has it. Mcabee again. No! Off on that three. Now Ed White, 3-on-1 fast break. Driving in with it. Charging foul. I think ref's going to discuss it. Didn't look like he quite had his feet set yet. Jack O'Brien. He'll do a goose egg scoring-wise in the first half of play. Here in the second half, third quarter, he's got 8. They do reverse the call. Jerkins passes over to Neal. Neal recovers the loose ball. Pass over to Young. Kenneth Young gonna drive in. Pass to the corner. The three. Little long. Rebound over the head of Dylan Lee. Buzzer beater. No, they're gonna say he didn't get the foul off, the shot off in time. Well, one ref says he did. The other said he didn't. And for now, they're going to count it. I'll let you know if it stays that way when we return. 8 minutes to go. Creekside leads 56-42 when we return. Welcome back to Ed White as the Knights and the Commanders battling it out here at Ed White High School. No shot is the call. However, Jackson going to be fouled again. Kieran Jackson now had an okay first half, but so far in the second, he's come alive. 12 points now for him on the night. They've been feeding him to him more and more, and it's worked for him. Now from the corner, Kenneth Young going to drive in, and his shot no good. Putback is off, and now Jalen Boyer with the rebound going to be fouled. So Thomas Stevenson checks out. Mcabee inbounds it to Jack O'Brien. Finds Mcabee. He drives in. Finger. Oh, good! He's now past 20 points tonight. Give him 21. He's on the other end. Sorry, I was marking my score sheet. The three. No good. Mcabee there for the rebound. Now Dylan Lee down to Alex Collier. Back outside. Mcabee gonna travel. They're gonna say he didn't let go. And it's headed back with Ed White. 58-42 the score. Creekside leads by 16. 6:58 to go in the fourth. So the Commanders working the ball around. Kenneth Young has it. Really active in the first half. Only one bucket so far in the second. Looking for anything. He gets it down to Jackson. Good pass. Good shot. 58-44, 14-point game. Hampton Riedel driving in with it. Pass over to Gupton. Now Boyer, guarded by Torrey, gonna drive in. His layup, no good. Fouled on the shot. Foul credited to Jackson, and Boyer's headed to the line. One of two shooting free throws tonight. You get one of three as that first one goes in. Takes a nasty roll out. Second one, way too short. 58-44, Creekside leads. Kenneth Young can't get either of his shots to go. Torchton slaps it out of bounds. It's Creekside ball. Caleb Mcabee coming in. He checks in for Dylan Lee. 6:04 to play. Jalen Boyer takes it up the court, crosses half court. And with space, good dish over to Collier. His first shot blocked, his second one fouled on the shot. At the line to shoot two. Collier 0 of 1 this year at the free throw line. Got 6 points tonight. No good off the back iron. Second one is good. They're missing the first. Ed White ball, 59-44. 5:46 the clock reads. Fourth quarter of action. Ed White trying to mount a comeback as they trail by 15. Man, he was pretty much automatic. Hit one at the start of the third quarter, been ice cold since then. Hampton Rito responds with the three on the other end. And a whistle, timeout. 62-44 is the score. 5:24 to play when we return. Back at Ed White. Commanders have the ball. They're coming up the court aggressively as they need a bucket. Not going to get it like that. Mcabee in transition. Layup. Good. 23 points from Knight. He's been 5 of 9 from deep. A lot of rebounds, multiple steals. Ed White just can't get a shot to fall right now. 64-44, 20-point game. Boyer, no good on the shot. Headed back with the Commanders. Foul on Jack O'Brien. The new substitutions. Ron Goodwin, Gabriel Garman, Isaiah Teal, Bernaldi Arlene into the game. Arlene. And Mcabee with another steal. Drive it in. Fouled before the shot. Headed to the line. He's been working on his dunks. I think he wanted to go up for one there. Stands at 5'11", but that's something he learned to do in the off season. I'm showing him off a few times in practice. Didn't believe it when he said it, but he can get up there. He's having a career game tonight. Sinks both free throws. 25 points for the sophomore tonight. Gabriel Garman gets the shot to go on the other end. 66-46, Jack O'Brien. No good on his floater. Ed White ball. And a foul with 4:02 to go. Now in the corner, Garman driving in. Good pass, good shot, and then one opportunity for Isaiah Teal. A timeout called by Creekside, 3:51 to go. They lead by 18 at 66-48 when we return. Welcome back to Ed White High School as Isaiah Teal coming off of a nice bucket down low, converts on the and one. And they're putting on the full court press. 17-point game, 66-49, Creekside lead. Jalen Boyer guarded tightly by Arlane. Drives in, whistle. Headed to the line. First shot from Boyer, good. All you guys watching, appreciate you tuning in. Well, there's Thursday night football or Trinity Christian in the state championship to watch it. This hasn't been a half-back game. Very entertaining here at Ed White. Jalen Boyer to Mcabee. Goes up, lays it in. I think I said Sunday night football. Thursday night. Jeez. There's a putback, no good, and a whistle, foul. Zion Kemp put up the shot. He just hasn't been able to get much to fall. He's been a force on the boards, though. $69-49. 3:03 remains. The first shot of the 1-and-1 good. Isaiah Teal at the line. 4 points now for him tonight. But good at the line as well. As he sinks both. So now Boyer coming up the court. Drives in with it. Over to Alex Collier. He loses the ball. Teal coming up the court. His pass can be stolen away by Caleb Mcabee. Mcabee going to slow things down by the center circle and pass over to Hampton Riedel. And now Riedel's pass, stolen by Teal. Goes up. Can't get the layup to go. Caleb Mcabee comes up with the rebound. Hampton Riedel heading up the court, and a timeout going to be called. 2.5 minutes to play. 18-point game. Creekside leads 69-51. Here's Ed White. Welcome back to Ed White. High school basketball action as the Knights and the Commanders going at it, and 2:20 remains. Knights lead 69-51. The Hampton Riedel drives in. Layup no good off the backboard. 3-on-2 fast break. Jackson losing control of the ball. Last touch by the Knights. Inbound. And now after a couple passes, Jackson is stolen away by Caleb Mcabee. Boyer bounce pass to Mcabee. Jack O'Brien crosses over, drives into the lane. And now back outside to Mcabee. Riedel. The Knights just killing clock and an intentional foul. Trayvon Torsten. So 1-1, first shot no good. Rebound Ed White on the other end. Torsten, oh, he had a wide open three, but he lost the ball out of bounds. Dylan Lee gonna check in now for Creekside. Boyer on his way out. Collier over to Riedel. Junior drives into the lane, lays it up off the back of the rim and out. Mcabee finds his way to the ball. Now Collier with the reverse. 71-51. Good win. Over to Teal. Now good drive, shot, in and out for the Commanders. And now steals it away. Ooh, good dish. But still can't get a shot to fall as O'Brien finds Dylan Lee to Collier to Lee to a timeout, Creekside. 48 seconds to go, and just trying to get some of their bench guys some playing time. We'll be back right after this. 48 seconds to go. It's 71-51. Here from Ed White. Welcome back to Jacksonville, Florida, as we get ready to close out tonight's contest between Ed White and Creekside. The Knights lead 71-51. Thomas Stevenson kicks over to Riley Bradley. Bradley to Stevenson. Oh, good ball handling. They're just killing the clock. Bradley to Tyler Redden. Now Titelbaum fires up a three. Blitz. Mason Titelbaum getting in on the action. And now three on the other end. No good. Rebound Ed White. Isaiah Teal can't get it to go. Good win now in the corner. Back down to Teal. And it's stolen away. Titelbaum going to be fouled hard. And he's headed to the line. .9 seconds to play. Key free throws, obviously, from Titelbaum. Missed that one by only a foot. Laps it off. Second shot up. That one a little better. And now on the other end, Here's the inbound for the Knights. Is Redden to Schultz. And that will do it for tonight's contest. The Knights going to take this one by a score of 74-51 over the Ed White Commanders. Good contest tonight, a fun game. And in the end, Creekside going to advance to 3-2, over 500 for the first time this season. Definitely won't be their last game. They'll move on to take on Baldwin back at the Castle tomorrow. I'll be calling that game on NFHS Network. Ed White, they now fall to 2-6 on the season. They'll look to rebound next time out. But for now, I'm Noah Schlicksup signing off from Ed White High School, saying good night from Jacksonville.